So here is the Windows XP desktop computer again, and more for fun than anything really, I've just connected all the peripherals to it just to see what would happen if I plugged it in and powered it on, and everything's hooked up now. I just have to flip the power switch there, and I was told this crashed and doesn't work. So I'll see if that's true. Here is the moment of truth. Well, this computer is booting up, it sounds like. I'll turn the monitor on. Well, it looks like the computer itself works. It's just got invalid configuration information. So it basically says we should reinstall Windows here. System battery voltage is low. Press F2 to run setup. I guess I'll do that. And is this computer... I don't think this keyboard is connected. I plugged it in, and it looks like the keyboard and mouse are both connected, according to those lights, so I'm not sure. I don't see the light indicator here that I usually do lit up. So you don't have any way of doing anything here. That's unfortunate. Perhaps I will try unplugging this, plugging it back in. I can feel the fan back here. It actually feels really nice. This Windows 98 computer here makes the room hotter when it's turned on. This almost feels, I know it's not true, but it almost feels like it's making the room cooler here. I could use this as a fan here. Doesn't look like that's going anywhere though, so I will see if I can turn this off now. And I will turn it on again. Hey, now the keyboard is connected. Now it's working. So now I'm pressing F2. And, well, here's some stats. Looks like this computer has a 1.9 gigahertz processor, Intel Pentium 4, just like it said on the sticker. I'm not sure if that means 256 kilobytes of RAM. If that is the case, that's a step up from the Windows 98 computer, which only has 96 megabytes. This computer looks like it can keep time. It currently thinks, well, actually, maybe not, because it says 2 minutes 57 seconds there. Maybe that was just a reset. It thinks it's 2001. Yeah, so this just looks like the BIOS here, basically. System event log. Okay. Well, it looks like there were some keyboard errors recently. And does indeed look like it it says CMOS battery failed, so this computer probably does not keep proper time at the moment. And then keyboard error, CMOS time not set. So it looks like this is what just happened recently. The keyboard error has been fixed. I just unplugged it and then plugged it back in and rebooted the computer, and that took care of the keyboard. So let me get out of here by pressing escape. And escape again. Maybe let's go to CPU information. CPU speed is normal, 100 megahertz bus speed. Clock speed is 1.9 gigahertz. Get out of that. System memory. Oh, so I was wrong before, actually. This has 512 megabytes of RAM, as you can see here, which is pretty decent, actually, for a Windows XP computer. 512 megabytes of RAM. Again, the other one, the Windows 98 PC, that only has 96 megabytes of RAM. This has 512. And it says there's a floppy drive here. I didn't see any when I was visually inspecting this earlier, but I could have been wrong. So perhaps there is a floppy drive. I'll press F1 for help. Looks like that's help on this particular function. So if I went down here and pressed F1, and I just pressed escape again, and ooh, Windows did not start successfully. If a previous startup attempt. This looks like the screen you usually get if Windows is working. So it looks like it's going to start Windows normally, or attempt to start Windows normally, in 6 seconds now. So I'll just let it do its thing. See what happens. So now it seems like it's stuck. Doesn't look like I'm getting anywhere here. I'm going to go ahead and reboot the computer. Oh, now it thinks the memory has changed. I'll press F2, and I'll press escape, and let's go with last known good configuration. That sounds promising. And Windows could not start because PCI.sys is missing or corrupt. You can attempt to repair by starting Windows Setup using the original Setup CD-ROM, which currently I don't have available, obviously, but I'm sure it's somewhere in the house. Press R at the first screen to start repair. And I just pressed escape. So now it's rebooting. Now, perhaps it says battery voltage is low because I'm using the power supply that's meant to go with the Windows 98 computer. I'm not actually sure if it's the same. Perhaps this computer uses more power than this computer here, so that might not be a good idea, but it's working at least, it seems like. So I'll press F1, and maybe I'll try safe mode. See if that works. It looks like, again, it's hung up on something possibly here. Perhaps that same .sys file that it needed for booting normally, or booting in its last known good configuration. So at this point, it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to successfully boot up Windows XP here. But this is actually a little bit better than I expected. I thought this computer did not work at all. That's at least what it sounded like. But I guess this would make sense if it crashed. The computer itself still works. Something with the operating system is corrupted. But that could easily be reinstalled. And it sounds like this computer seems like it's working perfectly otherwise, so. Doesn't look like we're getting anywhere here, so I'll reboot again. Now it seems hung up on this. No, perhaps I have broken something here. Well, let me go ahead and power it off again. And I'll give it a break here and see if that does anything. Sorry for the big red glare there. I'm not sure what that is a reflection off of. Actually, possibly it's this. Nope, doesn't seem like it was that. I'm wearing a red shirt right now. Perhaps that could be part of the problem. But I'll turn this computer on again. F12 is boot menu. Press F1. And I don't know. This didn't work. This didn't work. And that didn't work. Maybe I'll go with safe mode with command prompt. I highly doubt this is going to work. But yeah, it just rebooted, so looks like that failed. And it's getting stuck here again, so. Now compared to this Windows 98 computer, which makes a lot of whirring and buzzing when it's on, this computer is actually relatively quiet. You just hear a steady, smooth hum from the fans in the back while it's on. But it's very regular and steady. There's no irregular noises coming out of this computer. So this actually seems pretty nice. It's a pretty nice Dell computer from the 2000s, probably. we're stuck here again, I guess. I'll power it off one last time and power it on again. Try F12 for boot menu. Well, yeah, normal. Enter choice 1, F1, and what the heck, I'll try starting Windows normally one last time. I know it won't work. And it looks like we're hung up there again. Sadly. Well, that's it for today. Here, I'm going to power this computer off again by pressing the power button.